Going against Swamp Orcs, haven't gone against Swamp Orcs so much. This matchup seems fun. I'm excited to see this matchup actually. Our hand is shit. Hand is awful. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Looks like we're gonna get to keep that Border Archer. What is this hand? Fuck this. Fuck this. No, not allowed. Not okay. Um, that was lovely. Um, do we chant of power? Do we chant of power for some early damage? The early damage doesn't do anything. Um, okay, so if we do chant of growth, that's right now we're doing 4 and then 3. If we do chant of growth, it would be 5 and then 4. So that has a better chance of getting through. I'd rather save the growth, but honestly, yes, this is a pretty garbage hand. This is not what you want to see. We're gonna force them to come to us. Place that gate back. We don't want to place the gate here because then it gets easily occupied. Um, yep. Within. Yep. So we're just. It's a shit turn, but we'll take what we can get. Uh, early chant of power. Um, get some damage. Yeah, unfortunately, it really just means that now they can use regenerate. um, so like, but you can't really think about that. You gotta get your damage on Mugglug when you can, and hopefully we have a real hand here next turn. I mean that's good. Those are the two champions I want gone. Hopefully we got Meki and Dolik deep under the deck. Feels alright. Feels good. It's great not to be clicking this button immediately. It's great. It's great. It's great to play live games. Yeah, there's some chat in the Discord too about, oh man, I wish there were live games. Wish there was a blitz mode. I'd play 1 minute turns if I could, etc. Yeah, it's live games are fun. I think most people would agree they'd prefer live games. Is that definitely is a place for async, and I mean, lots of people are really used to async, and I've definitely heard the take. Oh, I hope whenever the new version drops, though, there still is the option for async, and I'm sure there will be for private matches. And I mean, Joe definitely listens to the community. Um, uh, I wouldn't be surprised though if, like, for public ranked, it all turns to if it all turns to arena, it all turns to live games. Um, just to just to try to get the player pool. I mean, as big as possible. Uh, we need that. I think Waterdeep knows he's up. Uh, if he gives it another 30 seconds, we'll send him a message. Maybe he doesn't know. Yeah, no, he knows. All right, good. Just taking some thoughts. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty scary matchup for Mugglug. It seems like, I mean, Abushi is the I'll assassinate your summoner matchup. Um, I imagine Waterdeep's up to the task. Definitely getting some early aggression in with Mugglug, which is interesting. Like, putting this. Did this attack something? Maybe it attacked that. The archer? No. I have to look back at moving the Bog Shaman there. Yeah, let's look at it right now. Bog Shaman. Yeah, it's very interesting, but like that's just it feels like that Bog Shaman is very exposed. I never would have put that Bog Shaman there. But I've not played very much of this deck, so yeah. So we have the range advantage. So we've got to force Muggle to come to us, which is real fun, for sure. Funny that they considered 2/6 for Berserker. I mean, if like you, there's sort of a metric where it's like, all right, for like true value, so the true value is 4, you get 1 health and 1 attack per. So like for a 2 magic unit, you could see a 3/5. But I think it's like I think the true value is -1. They're like they always want to print like true value -1 and then an upside. So 2 magic doesn't get you a 3/5 or 4/4. We get you a 2/5 or a 3/4 and an upside. Even though maybe it would be balanced at 4/4. I don't know exactly what the philosophy is there. Yeah, that gate kind of sucks. My first thought is, oh, what if I move Abushi up to kill the gate? Sounds like I die. Uh, yeah, we don't have great punishes. This is a little bit tough for us. What if we just do like some lioness shenanigans? We could get a spirit mage to try to take out some stuff over there. I don't think I will. Um, yeah, I think we're comfortable just sitting back and forcing them over here. Maybe I'll even drop the gate. No. If I drop a gate, they can occupy it. So this isn't the spot for it. Assuming I don't. If I killed this gate, it'd be fine to drop a gate. But if I don't, so I'm just not going to. Gonna attack, and then we're gonna discard up to 4. Assuming, of course, this misses, which it's most likely to. Yeah, let me go to 4. Um, and yeah, it's a little bit scary. We're definitely we where are my border archers? We don't have the border archers to sort of slow their advance. But we gotta if they so we're sort of like letting them put some big pressure and grab the spots they want. We're letting them like I'm sure there'll be a unit here, etc. We're letting them take over our board. But that's fine. Having we'll be able to respond. We wanted to we wanted them to come over to us. We wanted them to be slowed a little bit. We wanted them to have to pay to come over to us a bit, or like to take some border archer shots as they do it. Right now it just seems like they're waltzing on over, but that's fine. We they got to come over here, and when they come over here, they're in range of Chant of Power. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically we don't want them to come over to us at all. Technically, we want them to stay back because I mean we're at an advantage, but it's inevitable. They know that they're at a disadvantage if they stay back, so they know they're going to come up, and so we sort of try to stop that. And if they did stay back, we snipe at them with border archers, and we win that. Uh, yeah, it's just some play where you kill the Lina, so I'm not too used to thinking about Vine Mancers. Curious what kind of shenanigans we're gonna be up against right now. Muglet can't attack much because of that Vine Gate, which is kind of. I mean, I see why he was thinking for a little bit about that turn. Any turn in which you place a gate is a turn in which you think about. That's just sort of how it works. Muglug moving there? No way. I guess you just pull her up. That's. Ooh, I'm excited. This might be a quick game. I hope I don't get too embarrassed. Uh-oh. All right, let's see it. There's no way. Yeah, it looks like Muglug's coming up. I mean, so do we have a response where we can get a rhino behind her. So no, just another gate. Oof. Oof, that is not what we want to see. It's all right though. we can hold this. If we had a, if we had a bit better hand, we could even get quite some dice on Muglug. We had like a border archer at a jet of growth. Um, all right, this feels pretty bad. Like, yeah, you got me there for sure. Um, mm, mm. Do we entangle the lioness? Um, if we entangle the lioness, we could, uh, uh, like we could. It feels like we want to be hitting Muglug this turn. So if I put like lioness here and then a rhino here, it feels like you can pretty easily pull the lioness out of the way and then kill it because it's gonna be a very low health lioness, and then punch through, and then Mudclug punches through on the rhinoceros. We could also consider just putting one unit here, just sort of stalling. That could also work. It kind of sucks that like, what is that? My lioness? No, so I make it a rhino, so like they at least got to work for the kill. Um, um, yeah, it makes most sense to me just to sort of go ham here. Um, this Vinemancer here kind of blows. What's the worst we could be suffering here? Like Vinemancer here pulls this out. Um, like it seems like we're sort of safe in this spot, and we want that lioness to keep getting more boosts. It doesn't seem like it'll die at 5 health. Yes, this doesn't feel great. But gotta do it. Uh, Giving this lioness extra health, kind of just sunk cost. No, we'll move over here actually. But we'll take it. I mean, gotta make it. If the lioness is hard to kill, then maybe the rhino lives. Yep, and that's 3 attacks. It's gonna be a hard discard. I'll not lie. Because I might have to say goodbye to an entangling. We didn't entangle that turn because it seemed like we had 3 good moves already. Even though getting 2 damage on each of those definitely would have been good. Um, so we might discard Mickey Endo here. Might have to do a no champ game. Uh, do we discard the other 2? Um, in order to be able to play anything at all. I might have to discard Entangling. Gosh, Entangling is so good, but like we need units on the board. And not having Chant of Power feels like losing. Um, it doesn't. How many? He knows this decision is tough now. Shouldn't have given this to him. We know Spirit Mage. We got lucky with that kill, by the way. Yeah. If we go to 3, it doesn't help us that much though. Like, not that many Spirit Mages in here. Okay, so I'm gonna hope a unit lives, and I'm gonna hold both of them. Yep, and we got another thing because it's just like, well, going to 3 wasn't really helping us that much anyway, and yep, emerge, emerge is so much fun. Emerge makes Muglug real fun. Bubbles. Blub is a good one. I'm curious, did that come out of curious to see which pile that came out of. Came out of deck, it looks like. Yep, Blub out of deck. It's always slightly more efficient to take it out of discard because you get the you get the magic first for discarding, but yeah, you want Blub, you gotta get Blub. Um Right, it looks like with this play, this lioness lives, or this rhino lives, which is good. And we got the border archer for like entangle something. Ooh, killing this lioness sucks actually. That blows, especially with that hit. I'm guessing you pull blub towards you. Reap. Yeah, we're in a sticky spot here. We could get some dice on Muglug. Um, yeah, if this rhino, if he pulls him up, yeah, how many? Oh, that's a tough decision. Because you sort of want to use both of those Vine Mancers. Ooh, clever, clever. I love that. So this rhino, one, two. If we get one boost on it, we can kill the Drudger. At which point, uh, we can get quite some dice. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Go to 5. Um, all right. Regenerate. That's tough. Um, yeah. I mean, maybe I wanted to boost the Rhino for like this exact situation. Yeah, because the Rhino needs one more boost to be able to kill this Drudger. We need at least 4, and it's not happening. There's no way to get another boost on it. But I'm still tempted to shoot at Muglug here. Um, I could do an entangled shot at Muglug. Could put a border archer here. Of course, border archer here feels the best. Um, Pretty happy giving up that spot. Though, okay, I mean, what I could be thinking about though is that this Vine Mancer is just pulling whatever I got out here anyway. But that's granted. 2 attacks over there means 1 less attack over here. Yeah, so I mean, Border Archer feels pretty good. I wonder if I put Abushi over here, can he effectively, or yeah, how does that work for us? If we hold the Rhino, probably fine. It's a real shame that Rhino can't obliterate. So we could entangle the Rhino for a double attack on Muglug. We give up a fair bit by doing that. Um, um, we could. This is an enemy comment, so we could actually counter with Abushi fairly effectively. Uh, and we could just save this chant of power for like a border archer, just for a border archer sometime later. It's a shame Mekiendu's gone. Um, but yeah, I mean this is pretty all right. Not using the chant of power this turn feels kind of bad. Um, Especially since we're so close to greatness. If we could just do 1, 2. Oh, yeah, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had, if we could get just one more boost on this guy, we'd be golden. But yeah, let's go ahead and reveal that we in fact have the entangling. Um, but it's not as bad as it looks. Um, yeah, Spirit Bomb that. Can't kill the Drudger though, which is unfortunate. And we're not even in range of Chant of Power, but yeah, we don't want to use it. It would only give us 1 extra dice because we were spending that boost. Yeah, but this is good. Kill the Drudger, get some dice. And our attacks are for a fair bit of value this turn. Oof! I'm leaving the spot open. What am I doing? Oh no. Uh-oh. 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 Well, we'll see if he can take advantage of that. We're testing him. Yeah, that's a seems like a grade A mistake. we will see. We will see. Um, Oof, and we're missing every shot that we're taking. Not good. I gotta hold the Chant of Power, just because that's how we win this game. But I am gonna discard the other two, so we can play a unit next turn. I think there's a good decent chance both our units will be dead. I mean, be a little bit tough. We did get a unit. We're ahead of. It seems like we're getting a little bit wrecked here. This might be the game. That was a pretty big. That was pretty big. Misplay. I don't know what we would have done instead. Maybe I just put a border archer there. Yeah, Abashi's surrounded. It's okay though, cause like, um, I don't. Mm, yeah, no, we could be pretty dead here. Cause so even if we, like, assuming we were able to kill this turn, next turn, they can summon a witch. Uh, and then give and the witch is boosted immediately because of the Vine Gate, so they can give blood 2 attacks. Were there some huge misses? That's what we wanted to see. Big misses there, very good. Regenerate again. Yep, giving him good value out of those regenerates. We want to see. So maybe we'll make it out of this alive. Might need to hold the weaving. No, the weaving won't help us. We're fucked. Well, I mean, next turn after Splack is dead, we can just do like this. So to protect Abushi, seems like this turn will be a border archer, and then another border archer. Oh wait, I don't have magic. Skill issue. Um, yeah, that's about all she wrote. Not taking out this gate. It's kind of blows, but you know we gotta get those boosts on there. And hopefully we're not dead next turn. About where I am. If this misses, we might be. Alright, it's good. We got a pretty good shot of killing this. I said we got a pretty good shot of killing this. Alright, good. We take that. Yeah, so we are getting pounded. Honestly, very impressed. I would think this matchup would be very tough for Muglock. I mean, obviously that was a bit of a misplay for us to leave Abushi so exposed there. But okay. Chant of Weaving isn't doing anything here, and we have another one. Yeah. Border Archer is doing something here, so we will be saving it. We'll just pray that somehow this works out for us. Didn't need a little bit of luck. But yeah, so Bog Bog Witch, what's it called? Bog Witch? Bog Witch gives 6/6 for the kill. Which would be unfortunate, but you can't. There was we had no way around that after we put ourselves in that situation. There could also be like a move and gate, but that's probably not quite as good as move and put a unit. And finally have 4 magic, just to not have the units for it. Could discard Chant of Power to get more tempo, but again, it feels like our win con. So I'm holding on to it. Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't have a Bog Shaman in hand right now, that'd be real good. I wonder how many cards he discarded last turn. Regenerate. Someone to Bog Witch over there. Oh, I see. Were there 2 attacks? How did that work? Attacking with Muglock, targeting Rhinoceros, Bog Shaman, targeting Border Archer, Black targeting Abushi. Yeah, those are 4 attacks. And we're emerging. Emerge is real fun. Uh, no one ever said it wasn't. Feels like we kind of want to take out these gates, but we're too busy taking out their units to take out their gates, so it hasn't been in the cards. Um, all right, does that give us a shot at Muggle if he does that? Not much of a shot. Um, well, that Border Archer's dead, but there's a new one, and the new one could have a few boosts. We'd have more boosts if we hadn't discarded that Chant of Weaving, but if we hadn't discarded that Chant of Weaving, we wouldn't have gotten the growth. So actually, incorrect. Um, I'm seeing, yeah. So he's probably safe here, but we can get this archer up to 9 dice. Uh, we could we could do 9. Yeah, so we could do archer, mage, do circles for units. We could do archer, mage. Archer gets 1 boost from prepare, 1 boost from spirit mage, 1 boost from Abushi. Oh, and 1 boost from a chant of growth, which puts it at 6, puts it at 11. Abushi would like move. Yeah, we're probably dead next turn. Cause uh, Abushi, we probably yeah. If we move here, they can attack through kill the border archer, then kill Abushi. And if we move here, same problem. But at least if they miss, they're dead. Um, uh, yeah. So, but here it requires them to move the additional square. Um, like here, it takes all 3 moves, which might make it the play, because if they're using all 3 moves, how many extra? If they're using all 3 moves to be able to attack Abu Ashi, oh no, there's another move there. So like, you get another thing here. Um, so that's 1 boost. So realistically, 2 boosts, 3 boosts. So that's 5 dice. That's enough to kill me. So we're dead there. I feel like we're also dead here. If we stay still here. So if we moved here, how easily can they get boosts? They can get 1 boost, 2 boosts. This has to move in place. This moves a 3 boost, 4 boost. I'm sure we can get multiple on that. 4 boosts, maybe even 5 boost, and then okay. So on the first attack, you either spend 5 or 6. Let's say 6 to be generous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe you can't afford to do it on the second attack. I think when we're looking at the odds, they're pretty as long as they have 2 units, they're pretty guaranteed dead the other way. Yes, this is 1, 2, and then this was a move to get that boost. This is another move, and that's another move. So there's a chance we're not dead if Haboshi is right there. So we're gonna take it. And that'll maybe make him think twice even. If he doesn't have the easy dice on it, or if he misses this, it's game over. Mongolic is probably dead if he misses. Um, is there a play where I get 5 this way and then is there a play where so this is 6 and then 5. Yes, there's no way we'd want to like kill Splack with the archer and then attack with Abushi. That wouldn't be any better. Uh, so he is alive, but he's taken quite a beating. Yeah, and we'll see. It sort of depends on cards in hand as to how easy it is. for him to, yeah. So there's no chance at lethal there. I think that was pretty good dice rolls. Let me double check that. Seems seems pretty good. Could have missed a lot more than that. Um, all right, and let's see it. It's a good chance he has lethal here, though we could get lucky. So we've at least put up a fight. Um, yeah, we had one, two, three, four, five, six dice. We got 5 out of 6, followed by 3 out of 5. That's pretty good rolls. Pretty happy with that. Yep. So as expected, there's a lot of dice there. That's yeah. The extra mud drudgers will definitely do it. He's going for it. And it should be it. Oh, and 2 witches. That's game. With 2 witches, you've definitely got it. Very fun game. I'm very impressed by how effectively I was able to get Mudglug up there and get pumping. Um, uh, yeah, there's not with 3 attacks coming this way. So first attack is one, 1, 2, maybe 3, and then second attack, you have second attack is only 7 dice, but 7 dice on 3 will still win you the game. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go to 6 here. I think that would be wrong. Because if you go to 6 here, it's a guaranteed kill, and next time it's 7. Yep. We even went to 7 on this one. Yeah, that makes sense. Because oh, and well, we got so that's just we're super dead. Would have had to. I mean, I'd say like we'd have to get real lucky that previous one to not be dead, but like ooh, that's more dice. 4 or 5. How many dice was that? That was so great. How, how many dice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have never seen that many dice rolled. GG. That's very fun. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Just by being like maybe I should have targeted some of the commons earlier than Muglug, like some of the. I mean, we had a pretty we had a rough start. We had a rough start with and that we a hand that we couldn't really play anything with. Maybe we could have targeted more commons. Because I mean, like doing that early damage on Muglug feels kind of bad because it's sort of free for the regenerate. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, any thoughts on the game? Any thoughts on the matchup? That was very I was very impressed by that. It feels like this would be one of the harder matchups for Muglug. And you cruised right through it. I definitely had a hard time getting on the board at the beginning here, especially with like this hand. Um, not not really. Uh, and yes, hard because I'm forced to rush. Mug not like rush. It's interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of matchups where like I feel like I see Muglug and I think, oh, like yeah, I'll just sit back and build up my swamp, but your swamp's only useful if Mug can attack, and so like I played a game against Sand Goblins and I was like, oh, I'll just sit back, and it's like no, that doesn't work at all. Sand Goblins beat you up. Yeah. Did you like did you did you like the early damage on Muglug that I tried to do? Well, especially like that first turn, it was like, well, I don't know what I do with this hand, so I'm at least gonna get some dice on Muglug. It feels kind of bad to be like, well, when I get the early dice on Muglug, that sort of just enables you to get value out of both regenerates. Like, would you have preferred? Yeah, do you is it a hard decision for you like to decide whether you're attacking shamans or whether you're attacking summoner against Muglug? Like it feels like you want to do both. It feels like it's very hard. Um uh disabling swamp hurts. But also I mean Muglug, yeah, disabling the swamp hurts, but also like my mug be free of pain. Yeah. Well, it feels like ideally it's a little bit of both. I mean, it sort of feels bad when you just get a little bit of chip damage on Mug, like it's very easily healed by regenerate. So like maybe you want to focus, but a lot of times it's like okay, well. I'm gonna do two attacks on the commons and one attack on Mug. Like it feels like it's probably sort of an Edia situation where if you just don't attack her the entire game, you're just gonna lose. The thing is, shamans have 3 life, not very easy to kill them for sure. I was surprised by you pushing this shaman up here. I mean, I've barely played Swamp Orcs, but I usually just try to keep my shamans behind and safe. But um, yeah, I sure didn't have it punished for it. But not sure, just learning. I think you want to disable the swamp until you no longer can, then focus on Mug. Yeah, it's fair. I've sort of been playing it where you sort of take some chip damage, like sort of how I play against Eddie. Well, no, against Eddie, yeah, it's just damage her every time you can, because like she is the meat of the deck. Mug has like ways of healing herself. Feels like the swamp sort of like cool deck. Like it's really hard to permanent, like you can never permanently disable the swamp, because it's so like all your units cost 1, which is a really cool concept, by the way. It's real fun. But like it's really easy for the swamp just to come back with just summoning more units. That is correct. Keep shaman safe. However, I need to rush here, so I need to move swamp forward. Yeah, that's fair. And I didn't really have a punish for it. Um, yeah, especially since this position actually works out real nice now I think about it. Because if I can only spawn something, well, I guess I have this border archer. I guess if I didn't have that border archer, I wouldn't be able to get in it. I could only attack either this or this with like a unit that spawns here. But I guess with this, I guess if I had 2 units in hand, I could have like gone here and gotten 3 attacks. And so like, well, I guess if this was back here, then I would have been forced to do this to get 3 attacks. I don't know. It's hard. Love those arrows. Mug wants arrows. How I get arrow power? Uh, yeah. Ask asking about the application. I use this. If this is what you're asking, let's see. Is that displayed on stream? Not really. I'm on a Mac. I just got an application called Screen Brush. I'm sure there's very similar applications for Windows. I just press the Option tab and then I can draw as much as I want. They come with arrows too. Uh, yeah, arrows are very helpful. It's very because it's sort of it feels like it can be hard to like you don't want to be making summoners content where you're just sitting and staring at a turn for 5 minutes of silence. And so my solution to it is like, well, okay, if I'm playing some ranked turns, I might take a 15-minute turn, but I'm at least going to be talking through every single thought that goes into my head, etc. I've been having fun with that. And these games are real fun too. Thanks for joining me here. Might go. I think I'm gonna be done pretty soon. I might go do a. We'll try to find similar app in Windows. Yeah, it's real. I'm sure it exists. It's really useful. And just really fast to. So you're not saying, oh, that border archer in front of the. Yeah, I want to make a grid too. I've just been too lazy to do it, but just where I can pop on OBS and just like click a button, so it'll say A through F and 1 through 6. So if the people in chat that are like, oh, move this unit, it's like, okay, they can say exactly. I'm gonna be free next few days thanks to a busy schedule. Yeah, sounds good. I'll see if anyone else reaches out. But yeah, I'll be streaming the next 2 days, so for sure. I'll plan to send you a link tomorrow. Yep, and playing live games is a ton of fun. You don't get to do it too much. Hopefully it'll go big with the Steam version. Yeah, that's a ton of fun. Well, thanks so much for playing. I think I'm gonna just pop over and play a few rank turns, and then I'll call the stream. Yeah, see ya. Thanks so much for coming by.